Hey everyone, I'm Dave, and I am a massive gaming fan. I particularly like the Zelda series, and I thought it would be a really cool thing to do this video. Please like, subscribe, and share, and I hope you enjoy. Today, I wanted to see my wife play Breath of the Wild for the first time. She's not a gamer at all, never played any sort of console games, and I just wanted to see how should we get on at Breath of the Wild. We all know that Breath of the Wild as a game is very open and you can tackle challenges in whatever order you like. There's no wrong way to play Breath of the Wild. So, let's see what happened. She was able to control Link pretty well and get the movement controls down, but what stood out the most at the beginning was how she read out each individual word in the dialogue boxes. She was very detailed about this, and as a gamer, normally we just brush over this and just click it through to get on with the game. We know how it all works, we know how things operate, and we normally figure things out later on our own. She didn't even think about this part. She just jumped onto the wall and climbed up. Didn't question the green bar, nothing. At this point, she didn't really admire the beauty of the game. She just was glad to get through the introduction. She also thought it was weird that she went from controlling Link to then not controlling Link into a cutscene. She instantly ran up and grabbed the apple, and then started talking to the old man. And she was quite surprised at how the old man was annoyed at her taking the apple. As she was talking to the old man, she went into a repeat dialogue with him, and she was a little bit surprised that there was no more dialogue options. I found this interesting, as us gamers don't really think about these things as much. We just take the dialogue for granted, but she was expecting a lot more options. She picked up the axe quite quickly, gave it a swing, and then just kind of looked at the world and potted around, eventually finding a stone. This is where it got interesting. At first I thought, wow, this bokoblin isn't gonna attack. But I was wrong. Nika's first reaction was to run, but in her frenzy she ended up crouching and not getting away anytime quickly. After being pummeled a couple of times, I did help her a little bit by saying you need to swing the axe at the monster. As you can see, this was easier said than done, but she was able to turn around and eventually kill the monster. After this fight was done, I saw that Nika was having problems with the camera. She would only really run away from the camera. She wouldn't really attempt to try and turn it so that she can get a better peripheral of the rest of the environment. She was quite shaken up from the first fight. As you can see here, she was just in kill mode. She killed the blue guys and then killed what they dropped. She didn't know that she could pick it up. She wasn't terrible at reading the map. As you can see, she was quite good at getting herself to the yellow marker. Now notice the way that she approaches where she needs to put the Sheikah Slate. She actually overshoots it, and then she backs up and stands next to it, then presses A. As you can see, her control accuracy is quite low.
beast regains its true power, this world will face its end.
At this point, Nika thought the cutscene was still going on. I'm not gonna lie, I let out a little squeal here. I thought she was gonna plummet to her death. She got quite impatient here. She didn't know where to go or how to get off the tower. I just told her to use the environment, use the camera, and try and think. She looked pretty shocked when this happened. She actually had a little bit of guilt towards Link. I thought this was interesting. She just kind of hung there for a second. She wasn't sure if it was okay for her to climb or not. Then she started to figure things out. She started to experiment and she made her way down. I had to tell her that the green bar means stamina. After that, she was a climbing expert.
Oh!
Again, she knew where she was going, but the camera angle, we couldn't see the shrine, and it took her a second to get her bearings. Any other gamer would have turned the camera around and had the shrine in their sights the whole time. She didn't want to go into the water and she didn't want Link to get wet. At first she was afraid as she thought the fish in the water were going to attack her, but I reassured her that they weren't going to do anything. She then tried to figure out how to swim. She was struggling so much with the camera that I ended up inverting the horizontal axis. This seemed to help. She was becoming very intuitive in where to put the Sheikah slate. Things went quite downhill here. Nika could not figure out this puzzle. She kept thinking that the walls were also made out of metal and that the bars were made out of metal as well. She kind of had a point, but I couldn't help her. I just wanted to let her try and work it out herself. I eventually gave her a nudge in the right direction. She didn't understand what to do with the metal slab, She didn't understand how she could move it. As you can see, she actually caused herself some damage when it dropped on her. She eventually figured things out and got herself moving in the right direction. As you can see, panic set in, and she didn't understand how she can use the shield to deflect the shots, so she just ran away and hoped that she would die in time. I think she was quite overwhelmed with how many buttons there are on the controller. She just couldn't remember the tutorials from earlier on in the game. At this point, she wanted to give up, so I asked her, do you want to continue or do you want to quit? And she determinedly said, okay, I'll continue. At this point, she became stuck again. She could not figure out how to solve this problem and kept going around in circles. I reminded her that Link had just acquired the new magnetic ability. She made it. It was frustrating for both of us, but she got there. At this point, she was done. She felt that she had done enough to try the game and that she was proud that she got at least one shrine complete. I asked her questions about the beauty of the game and the freedom of the game, but she didn't really appreciate it because she had nothing to base her opinion on. I did tell her that this was one of the greatest games ever made, and she felt quite excited about having a chance to play it. I assured her that she can pick it up and play it anytime she wants. Thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed, please like and subscribe.